Hi, ladies and gents, and welcome to His Campus. I don't think it's called His Campus. What's it called then? I think it's Welcome to Her Campus.
And boy, are you in for a treat today.
Today we'll be chatting all things news, lifestyle,
Fashion and music.
so sit back.
Relax.
And don't forget to donate. First up, we got music.
So stay tuned for killer tunes.
Hi guys, so this year has been massive for females in the pop industry. Artists such as Halsey, Dua Lipa and Little Mix have been taking over the charts. However, Ariana Grande has proven herself the reigning queen of pop this year. She has been one of the biggest selling artists of the year. Her songs of female empowerment has really resonated with us at Her Campus. God is a Woman had us feeling some kind of hot. No Tears Left to Cry had us feeling so emotional but also dancing our asses off in the club. And finally, Spotify's biggest stream song of the year, Thank You Next, is by far the most iconic song Grande has ever done. A beautiful tale of self-love while paying tribute to her exes, wouldn't be me. The song is a smash. On to movie soundtracks. I could stand and, well, I could sit. I could sit and talk about A Star Is Born for hours. Gaga and Bradley Cooper are a duo that I don't want to just listen to, I want to look at. Shallow spent weeks at number one, but will spend an eternity in my heart. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. This film and soundtrack has reawakened nostalgia for all of us. It gave us a few new bops to dance to at ABBA night.
It was
Wink.
a lot more sad though, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I suppose actually.
But the songs
but it
were
was a bop.
Yeah.
upbeat.
It was still a bop.
K-pop is Korean pop music. Young girls are swarming to these Korean hotties, and it's got them feeling some kind of way, honestly. But yeah, their biggest boy band is BTS, and their biggest song is Idol, so maybe give it a listen.
2018 has been an amazing year for Irish music as well. Unfortunately, we did see the passing of one of the greatest Irish musicians of all time, Micheál Suleiman. But we have also seen the rise of some of the best Irish bands we've seen in a long, long time. One of my favourite bands at the moment is The Academic, as a lot of people know. I've seen them like 7 times. But in 2018, The Academic released their first main album, Tales from the Backseat. They also performed their biggest gig of their career so far in the Ivy Gardens, which was a sellout gig. And they're also performing again in Vicar Street in December, which I'm attending.
Take a break.
Slightly obsessed. Some of their best songs that have been streaming on the radio, have done really well on Spotify, include Why Can't We Be Friends and Different. Another band which really did make amazing in 2018 was Picture This. Picture This has become one of the biggest bands in Ireland at the moment. They released an album this year. They headlined the main stage at Electric Picnic this summer and also sold out 5 nights straight in the 3 Arena. Another band which has done amazing this year is Wild Youth. Wild Youth is a very new band on the scene. They released the smash hit Can't Move On, I think it's called. Yeah, Can't Move On.
Relatable.
Yeah, very relatable. But no, they had their debut at Electric Picnic this summer as well, which I saw, which was absolutely amazing. But they're continuing to produce music and they're going from strength to strength, and I know in 2019 they're going to be absolutely amazing. Also, I'd like to talk about some of the amazing music that has come on the scene in DCU. 3 people I'm going to talk about is Rogue Opinions, Katie Gallagher and a band called Just Like Us. Just Like Us is mainly based in Pats. They released an amazing song called That's Alright, which was a huge hit in DCU and in Ireland. It was played on the Owen McDermott radio show on 2FM, and I know for a fact they have an amazing future ahead of them. Katie Gallagher is an amazing girl.
She performed at the album. Right?
Yeah, she performed
she
the
was
album. She has released her own album on Spotify called Man Is a Mission, and it is absolutely insane. She's a solo performer with just her own guitar, and she has an amazing future ahead of her. And finally, Rogue Opinions is a band of 3 boys from DCU. They released their own album this year as well called Untouchable, which is some amazing songs such as What's New With You, She's Gone and Way Back. Rogue Opinions have performed in some of the biggest venues around Dublin this year, and again, they have a brilliant future ahead of them, and I can't wait to see what comes for them.
Yeah, it's always so amazing to see people from
Yeah.
DCU doing so well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And a lot of them have been on the radio show Kill Corner.
Yeah,
And they all go on.
actually.
So like that's kind of that
DCU
helps them to get
Yeah,
big, which
and,
is
like-
such a good idea. Like,
Yeah, like even people like smaller people like say Shane McGinley and
yeah.
Kevin Cleary and stuff like that, like they are getting so much recognition as
Yeah.
well. So it's really, really
Very
good.
nice. So I'm going to talk about concerts that have happened over 2018 and upcoming concerts in 2019. So like any poor student, I couldn't go to every concert because I've no money. But I went to Harry Styles. I think it was maybe March or
So
April.
good, I went
My
to.
head
He was
hurts.
so good. The only
So
thing
jealous.
was he like couldn't play a lot of songs because he'd only released one album.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like a lot of his songs, they weren't like original songs, or maybe they were One Direction songs, but he did it in a
Yeah.
different like style, which was really nice. I really like the style he's going for now. It's so different to
His
One Direction.
visuals are
A bit
amazing.
more alternative as
Yeah.
well. Like it's really good.
Is he good at performing on his own? Like he used to have the backing of the other
Oh
guys.
yeah, like 'cause
Audience interacting, you know.
I feel like he kind of stood out anywhere. Like I wasn't a massive One Direction fan. Yeah, no, he was really good. Like he really surprised me because I listened to it and like I knew he was a good singer. I really
Yeah.
liked his music, but I was wondering what his stage presence was going to be like, and he was really good. I was really pleasantly surprised. And then the other one I went to just last week, I think, was Florence and the Machine. Honestly, one of the best concerts. That and Bruno Mars a couple of years ago. Two of my favourite concerts. Maves a Grew. Me behind camera here. She is so, like, obviously she's an amazing singer, but she's so energetic.
Yeah.
She flies around. As well as being like energetic, really good stage presence, she like engaged with the audience as well. She was so, she'd go up to people in the crowd and like put her head against theirs and sing a song. She stood up on the railings and sang. And like people held her and she still sang amazing. Like you think her voice would wobble if she was shaking a little, but she was amazing. And like she was jumping up and dancing. And my friend was like, if I did that, I'd be like, ah, like going up.
It's the power.
That's
of
kind of how
ginger.
she sounded. Like,
She's so good, like she's amazing. So then upcoming concerts in 2019, there's like the major ones like Spice Girls, Westlife and Fleetwood Mac, but I don't have tickets to any of those. But I did get tickets to George Ezra and Lana Del Rey.
Oh
And
my god.
I'm so excited. Because I only kind of got into Lana recently and
she's so good.
I just hadn't listened to her before and I feel like people like you're not an original fan. But I'm listening to her music. She's just so chill. Like do you ever get when you just like want to relax? Like if you're in your room and you want to have something like playing in the background if you're doing work, like that her music is so good for that.
Yeah.
And George is just a bop. I drove to college this morning and Paradise Come On. No shame, belting it in the car. It was so good. Oh, he's just amazing. But yeah.
Now that you're all warmed up, are you tired of wearing the same drab outfit to college every day?
Is this winter weather cramping your style?
We've got the book to help your look.
Now that your style's been officially pimped,
Let's get serious for a second.
dun dun dun.
Her Campus News is up next.
The government is to fund dozens of women-only professionship over the next 3 years to help eradicate gender equality in higher education institutions. Taoiseach Leo Varadkar and Minister Mary Mitchell O'Connor launched the Gender Equality Action Plan, which is designed to transform the higher education sector gender equality performance. They intend to accomplish gender equality in Irish higher education institutions. The Taoiseach wants to ensure there is a more effective and inclusive higher education sector. It follows the recommendations of a task force which says dramatic steps are needed to ensure more women occupy key leadership positions. While women make up half of university lectures, they account for just under a quarter of professors. There has never been a female university president in more than 400 years of higher education. Under the plan, up to 30 women-only professionship will be created at a cost of about $6 million over the next 3 years or so. These gender-specific posts are likely to prove controversial as they will break with long-standing recruitment policies which promote equality of opportunity for men and women. However, government sources say these posts will be in addition to existing academic staff and confined to areas where there is clear evidence of significant underrepresentation of women, such as science or engineering. Employment experts say if the process is successful, the practice could extend to other areas of the public sector where there is an underrepresentation of women. While there has been a process in narrowing the gender gap in recent years, the Gender Equality Task Force estimates that it could take up to 20 years to achieve a gender balance minimum of 40% females at professor level at the current pace of change. In order to speed up the pace of change, the task force established by Minister for State Mary Mitchell O'Connor has proposed gender-specific appointments. A task force report says that these appointments will only be funded in areas where other initiatives have trialled without success, and where there will be a proportionate and effective means to accelerate change within colleges. A number of universities internationally have introduced similar measures in jurisdictions, such as Holland and Australia. Female role models in position of authority will encourage and inspire female students to aspire to hold in the top jobs in their future workplace. If institutions continue with current practices, it could take more than 20 years to achieve the 40% gender balance at professional level. This action plan will provide key recommendations and a strategic approach to help a culture of gender equality for all staff across all levels. Amy Donoghue, DCU 24-hour broadcast.
Yeah, I think it's definitely needed. If you look at the gender pay gap, it's average 14% in Ireland, which is significant when you take into account the lack of representation as well at top tier levels of law management, especially in academia.
I think definitely, because the main thing that stops them going for this position is belief that they won't get it. So since there is quite a noted gap between the amount of women who get into these positions and men. So this kind of gives more of a chance to them, I guess. I think they'll go for it more if they think that they have more of a possibility than they would have initially.
I don't know if they're doing enough yet, but at the moment, stuff like this is definitely getting towards it. I'm not sure what else they have to introduce and what else would help, but it's definitely a step in the right direction.
I feel as long as the conversation is still going, then the problem's still there. So.
That's a good question. I think I started seeing my friends from college sharing articles, like Neve Shields or whatever, started sharing articles that they were writing for her campus, and I just thought it was I don't know, so nice. It was such a nice platform for your writing and stuff. But I was way too shy to get involved in anything like that in first year. So then I kind of pushed myself more in second year, and I went up to them at Clubs and Socks, and everyone was so lovely. So then I signed up, went to the AGM, and I just fell in love with it. I just thought it was the loveliest people and such a cool concept. And I started writing articles, and they started getting shared, and it was really, really cool. And yeah, that's how I got involved, and now I'm the editor. So it's pretty cool.
So in first year I started to I seen the sign up sheet at the campus fair, and then I went online and went to the Her Campus Facebook page, and I just started taking articles every week, and then from then just got more involved this year.
So I'm a co-editor. I'm editor with Clara, and basically we edit all the articles. So to kind of give you an example of our week, I guess is the best way to explain it, is we put out the pages on Thursday. We post them in a contributors page, and the pages range from beauty, lifestyle, fashion, health, their sports, profile. We come up with the pages and post them in, and then our contributors comment underneath to say which ones they'd like to do. Then we get sent back the articles a few days later, and we edit them all, make sure there's no spelling mistakes or anything like that, they all make sense, but we never really have to make much changes to them. It's just kind of to look over and make sure everything's okay. And then the articles get uploaded to the website, they get shared, and yeah, that's our little thing that we do. But we organise writing workshops as well, and try and get involved and help out as much as we can in the society, but we're mainly in charge of the content. So that means written content, visual content, everything gets run by us, and yeah, that's basically it.
So I'm co-editor along with the lovely Sophie, so every week we put up the pitches for people to write, and then they can comment underneath and take one, and then we get to go through the articles and edit them and read everybody's work.
Basically, I think it started when I was a kid. I was always into reading. I always had a book in my hand. As soon as I started school, I just took to reading, and after that, as soon as I got into novels or anything like that, I just thought being a writer was just the coolest thing in the whole entire world. And this is so embarrassing, I used to have books and books and books of my own writing. And when I was 8 or 9, I tried to write my own novel, and I got about 8 or 9 chapters in, and I made my mum read the whole thing. And so I always just loved writing. I always just loved it. And but then, when I got into college, there's not a lot of writing in the course that I'm doing. There's a lot of reading but not a lot of writing, so then Her Campus was the perfect opportunity for me to get back into writing and all that good stuff.
I got into writing when I was 16 with sportswomen.ie, and I started off doing really small bits for them, and then after that I just wanted to do journalism and keep writing, so that's how I'm here.